Hi everybody, it's Linda. Today I'm going to talk about some hits and misses in my full liquids and puree stage. If you're interested, please watch. Okay, so now that I'm on to my soft food stage, I thought I would go over some of the things that I mentioned in my puree and full liquids haul that I was planning on eating and how they worked out. Some things I tried were just inedible and other things were great, and I had to research that a little bit and figure it out. So I wanted to let you know, of course, everybody's tastes are different, so feel free to try them out. So one of my favorite things, which I didn't pull out, is my caramel premier protein drink. And I have so many cases of it downstairs because I knew they were going to stop production for a few months earlier this year. So I bought in bulk, and now I'm to the point where I'm getting kind of sick of them because I'm having them every day, but I can still drink them. I also did try Iconic protein drink in the vanilla, and I used that in cooking. So I used that when I went to go make my sweet potato puree. I used it in making the cheesecake pudding mix with the protein. That was great too. I didn't drink it straight, so I can't give a review on that one. One of the first things that I want to mention though was Protein 2.0. I mean, it's great because it has 15 grams of protein, and I did try this and I could not drink it. And I did try it right after surgery, so maybe that was something, I don't know, but I did try it and I couldn't drink it. I also did buy this blue Powerade. What flavor is it? Mixed berry. And I hated it. It was really hard to get it down. And then when I found the grape Powerade, it was no problem. That just may be my taste, I don't know, but it seemed to really cover up the artificial flavor, which I can't stand artificial sugar, and I don't even notice it with this, and I like the flavor of the grape. Okay, so one of the other things that I got was unsweetened applesauce. I couldn't have this right in the beginning. I think it was puree stage that I was allowed to have it, and I originally had a Aldi unsweetened pouch, and those were great too. So I've used both of them and I would recommend them. They do have sugar, obviously, so you have to kind of watch how much you have in a day, but it was nice to have something sweet, a little sweet. Okay, cream of wheat. It was one of the things that was listed on my full liquid stage if it was very watered down. I used to have cream of wheat as a kid, and I would make a crusty layer of sugar on the top, and it was all sugar basically. So me having regular cream of wheat without any sugar was it was like soft cardboard, I'd say. It wasn't exciting at all. And I just thought of something that maybe you could add the unsweetened applesauce to it and it would taste better, but you couldn't really do that in your full liquid stage. But when I was really, really hungry and I needed something to fill me up, I did make it a few times, and even just a few bites of it did fill my stomach a little bit, my tiny little inflamed stomach at that time. So you may still want to try it even though it doesn't have much flavor. It's kind of hard to get through. That's kind of like a meh, because it did fill you up, but it tastes kind of horrible. Okay, so my next thing was the Oikos 000. I tried real hard with this one. I didn't try the peach, or I did try the peach, but I went to the vanilla because vanilla is my favorite, and it was really hard for me to get this down. It had a real bitter taste, a very artificial taste, and the vanilla was the one mostly I'm eating, but I'm all out of that. I wasn't a fan, and it came to a point where I was like, I just don't want it. I would take a couple bites and be like, I don't want it. So I tried this Light and Fit Greek yogurt. It's way better. So I know this one has a lot less, 0 calories, does it? I don't even know, 15 grams of protein. And this one has 80 calories and 13 grams of protein. And you're eating 2 ounces of it. So this is a 5.3 ounce container. So you're having such a small portion that if there is a little bit of sugar and there is a little bit of calories, It's fine. Go for the taste. I mean, you're obviously not going to get a full-fledged Greek yogurt, but this light and fit is great for your 2-ounce size, and it had good flavor. I don't want to eat something that doesn't taste good to me. You're already a little nauseous. You're already dealing with eating really small portions. So try to find something that tastes good to you, that you look forward to having. Okay, the next thing was, this was the first one that I bought, the Wegmans chocolate sugar-free pudding. Oh man, how did I get not sugar-free? I bought 2 and I must have bought the wrong one. Okay, so the sugar-free Wegmans, I guess my kids will be having this one, and it's really good. And then the Jell-O was the next one I found at the store, and it didn't taste the chocolate in it, and it just didn't taste, it tasted artificial. It just kind of tasted bland, or not as good and not as chocolatey. So if you have a Wegmans around you, I don't think they're nationwide and they might just be in our area, but get the chocolate vanilla swirl sugar-free. I can't believe I didn't buy the sugar-free. I'm glad I didn't eat these. So anyway, but it was really a big difference when I tried them both. And another thing that I loved was the recommendation from so many people on YouTube for the Popsicles Tropical Sugar-Free popsicles. They were amazing. So whenever you needed just a bit of dessert, when my kids would have dessert, I would have one, and I love the flavors of most of them. I didn't hate any of them, and I'm someone who doesn't like artificial sweetener, so that was kind of amazing. These are just some things that didn't work out, and when I get to my soft foods, I'll let you know some more. If you have any questions, please let me know. I did buy bone broth that I never used. I did buy a bunch of different chicken broth. I bought a ramen broth that I never used. I did make ramen out of the little packets in the ramen noodles that you get, and I had that once or twice just because it was salty and it had a lot of flavor. But I have a whole lot of chicken broth that I never got through because you can't eat in quantity. I mean, if you got one of those chicken broth containers, that would be all that you need, honestly. And if you have any questions, please write below. I hope this was helpful, and if I think of anything else, I'll let you know. Bye.